But she's like, it was just a purely sexual thing with us.
What? That's what I want to hear.
Oh, yeah, because at first he says it was purely physical. And he's like, what, you guys work out a lot?
You can say that. You can say that.
Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out. 'Cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am. That's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea, and frolic with young mist in a land called Honolulu. Honolulu? I don't fucking. Texas adjacent movie review of Meet the Parents. I am Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
You tried to milk him, didn't you, Focker? You sick son of a bitch.
Slopdog.
I have nipples. You gonna milk me, Greg?
If you've never seen Meet the Parents, hit pause, go watch it, come back after you're done, hashtag enjoy the hang, because we're going to be talking about middle, beginning, end, everything to do with this movie. It's just, this is a movie that gives me the feelies when I watch it. Like, it was a movie I put on if, like, I want to go to bed. It's like a movie I can put on, like, if you just want to fall asleep to a movie. It's a great movie to do that too. Have in the background. It's like an all like good flick. I just seen the trailer for so Meet the Parents came out was good. Meet the Fockers was good. When Little Fockers came out, the third one, I remember being kind of done-ish and be like, and so I didn't watch it for a bit. And then I watched it a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh shit, Little Fockers is pretty good too. And then like it was like, all right, good. But I just seen the trailer for the new one called Focker in Law. And it gave me such good feelies. We were talking about it, and then that's how this movie came around. Let's watch Meet the Parents, right? But it's a movie where it's like Ben Stiller, of course. He's back again. Like he was just in Tropic Thunder. We just did Tropic Thunder, right? And he's in love with his girlfriend. Wants to ask her to marry him, and then he finds out when he's getting ready to propose to her that she's like, oh, my sister's getting married, but he knew to ask my dad first. So he's like, fuck. And they do her. And so he has to go meet the parents. Hello. And then all shit breaks loose because her dad is Robert De Niro, and he's just a dick. He's so overprotective. It's like she's the favorite daughter. So he's really like watching out for her. And then for Ben Stiller, the more he tries, it's like being micromanaged at work. The more you're micromanaged, the more you fuck up. It's kind of like he's trying so hard, and because he's getting so much pressure put on him, he just keeps fucking up on purpose, not on purpose, but just doing stuff stupidly you wouldn't do, and then other stuff he's just so nervous that he's just doing stuff to just try and get attention. Like he paints a cat's tail, like so like the cat that they lost, and so like, but it's good. It's just a fish out of water, like. I don't know. I like it because it's just all this crazy shit happens, and all he's trying to do is get on the good graces of the parents. I don't think I ever really had that problem of getting on a parent's side personally. Like you can kind of relate by when you go to see like a spouse's family, right? Sometimes some of their family is nice, but I think everybody kind of has part of their family where they suck, right? And like I had family members but like at the same time I never really had that vibe where I was like I had to like fight, like the parents hated me, which is good. I don't know. I know Bone's got a story, and we got to get into that in a bit, but he's got a story about him when he was with his wife. It's really good. And but like, so Ben Stiller shows up, and it all starts off where he's just like, right away he's like, oh, you picked green car, and he's like, and he's like, yeah, I just said give me one on the line. He's like, oh, genius, just pick green, and he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, well, you didn't pick it, right? And he's like, and then he throws a brick or something, or a brick gets thrown and cracks the windshield, and he specifically said, don't buy the insurance. it's a scam, and Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro's like, you got the insurance, right? And he's like, yep. And he goes on the insurance. And I don't know. He's just like, when he's smoking on the roof, when shit's going shit house, and like one of my favorite lines I quote like all the time, he's trying to sit on the roof and smoke, and then like he throws like they go, what something happens, and he has to jump back in the window, and the way he just like throws his cigarette and then jumps in the window, it makes me laugh. And so like he starts a fire on the roof, and then it catches like this where they were gonna get Greg's wannabe fiance's sister who's getting married. They're gonna get married under this like altar kind of thing that was made by his future wife, or who wants to be his future wife's ex-boyfriend, Owen Wilson, and he's just like, I made it myself, you know. And then, but it burns up, it catches on fire, and then Ben Stiller's just response is, "You put so much goddamn lacquer on that thing." Like so much, it makes me laugh. What do you guys have some of your moments on this movie?
Slopdog, this is your first time watching it.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't like love it, but I agree with Chowder how he was saying how like you could put this movie on and it would just be in the background and it'd be like a good movie to have on, like because there's nothing like yeah, it makes you feel like it feels like the late 90s, early 2000s, because I think this movie was made in 2000, right?
Yeah,
I think. So it does have that feeling to it to me. But I don't think it's like over the top funny though. Like I didn't like love it.
Dude,
I really didn't.
His last name is Focker, Focker.
Like, it's funny when he's like, okay, you know, Focker, and like stuff like that. Like it is funny, but like I don't know if I don't know. Like, and I'm not a big fan of Owen Wilson. Like, so I don't know if that's like part of it. I don't.
So this,
Sorry.
yeah, this film, I don't think it's like one of the funniest films ever or anything, but it is one of my movies that I throw on in the background. If I'm not sure what to watch, sometimes I'll just throw this on, and you can do other things and stuff.
Yeah, because it's that time, like, right? Because it's like a time in our lives too, where like it's like early adulthood time, right? And this is what the world looked like to us at the time, and it felt good, right? That was a time before, like, she does have a cell phone, but it's very, you know, it's not like what we have today, obviously.
Yeah.
And for the most part, like, you know, they're in the restaurant, they have to go make a phone call. He's on a payphone, and so isn't the father-in-law, like, or soon to be, you know what I mean, whatever. And so, like, stuff like that. So it's kind of like funny to see, like, he gets a fax from them checking the other guy out with the test scores on it. But like that's legit. That's how it would have been. But then him saying about the bomb, I also thought was kind of funny because this is before all that happened. This is before 9/11.
Yeah.
Because that was in 2001. True. So this was made in 2000. Because I was like, wait a minute, I think this is before that. Because, like, yeah, there was security then, obviously. Like, you had to check your bag if it didn't fit, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but, you know, like, even how, like, the father-in-law could just kind of, like, walk into the airport and, like, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be the thing now. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that. That's not possible now. So it's just kind of interesting to see.
Holy shit, I didn't even think of that. That's so true, because you couldn't say bomb before going on a plane. It was frowned upon, of course, still, but definitely now after 9/11.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think of it. Like, it is so weird. And then, like,
I did think that was funny too. How he's sitting in the chair and he's like handcuffed and he's like bomb, 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 bomb. Like, he's kind of like lost his shit. I did think that was funny.
I love that, like the lady too, like the lady who's like behind the ticket counter is just a real jerk, and she's like, "Sir," and then when he steps back up, she's like, "Oh, hello," like he's new. Like, fuck you, bitch, you cunt. I fucking hate her. I hate her. I hate her.
Loses his mind with her, and it's like, yeah, you could see how that happened. He's already like ticked off about everything in his life, and then this lady like, just pushes him over the edge.
Dude, and then I fucking did I say ticket counter? Is she the ticket counter in part 2?
I think so. In the first one, she's the
flight attendant.
Yeah, the one who's just like, there's nobody behind him. She's like, step aside. We're not seating your row yet. And he's just like, and she's just sitting there smug, looking around at nothing. And he's like, are you fucking out of your mind?
Right. Like, it's something
losing shit.
Dude, I fucking hate this shit. I love that, like, his last name's Focker, right?
Get.
And he's Greg.
See what you
but
get, Warriors.
Then you find out his real name is Gaylord.
Yeah.
His name is Gay Focker.
Felt so bad for him.
Yeah, just how her parents say who he's like, oh yeah, we'll have to meet her parents or no, his parents. Sorry, they should be interesting people. They named their kid Gay Focker.
They find out when she gets married, her middle name is Martha. It's like, oh my god, I just remembered her name if they get married. Kimberly Motherfucker.
Pamela.
Pamela, sorry, why did I say Kimberly? Pamela Motherfucker. I just remember watching this movie and like I don't know, like recently, I think somebody just sent me that thing where it's like all these morning all these shows were doing like, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. And it gives you the feelings too, right? I keep seeing these like AI videos and it says Christmas of 92 before the internet and stuff, before Wi-Fi, and it just showed like a nice snow thing. It showed a mall being packed. It showed, and then it showed like, or a snow day in 1993, what it looked like. You didn't have anything to do. There was no internet. It's just like, oh my God, such simpler times. And like when we grew up, like it's not so like old, right? Like our generations did it to us. We're doing it to these generations, but like we got to witness no internet. And now the internet. They say the generation after us or whatever is like the generation. If you were born in the 90s, you got the most equal amount of no internet and then after internet. But I like to think it's our generation because we I don't know. I remember everything without it, and then you were saying like how he had to go use a payphone. Like they said about Seinfeld, right? A lot of Seinfeld things could have been solved if they had cell phones back then, and but it's so crazy that it wasn't that long ago that this didn't exist. But like I said, those old AI things are now making me get the feelings like because I don't know, just making me think of old Christmases, and it was a simpler time. But anyway, that's what this movie does for me. It makes me, for some reason, it makes me laugh. Like me with my sense of humor, right? It's really dirty. But for some reason, this movie is like a family movie, but it really makes me laugh. It really makes me feel good. Like this is a movie like I would want to like see with a partner. You know what I mean? Like the new meet Focker and Law. I'd love to see that with a partner. It's like that kind of movie where you just enjoy it together. I don't know. It's like a family vibe. I don't know. That's what I really like about this movie. And then it's got like the dirty jokes, and it's just, I don't know. He comes out in the Speedo, and you're like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And he's just like, that's all he has for his suit.
That's the thing. It's such a setup. All the jokes on Greg. Like, he comes out in the Speedo, but everybody knows he had to borrow the trunks. And that's what Kevin gave him, was the fucking Speedo. So it wasn't like he came in his own Speedo. So everybody's like mocking him, and you know what I mean? And then he missed one spike, so they're just like, oh, yeah, giving him shit because he missed one spike. So he stepped up and spiked it into fucking Pam's sister's face. And they're just like, what are you doing? It's just a game.
I know, just assholes, just fucking assholes. And I totally picture out of all of us that being Bone, like that 1,000,000% being Bone, because Bone's such a good guy, and then like he'd be like, all right, but then like it just would keep, with our luck, he just would keep getting fucked over, and I could just see him doing that, and then this poor Bone is like, what the fuck?
So let me say, my and hello, wife, if you're listening to this episode. Me and my wife come from completely different worlds. Like, my in-laws, love them to death. They're all awesome. They're amazing. They've been nothing but ever nice to me. But especially when I first met them, I felt so uncomfortable because they're all fucking doctors and scientists. And we grew up in the hood, looking forward to the first of the month so I could get a box of 6 pizza rolls. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't get much different. And I remember one of the first trips I took they live in a different state, and we drove down there, and or we actually flew, and we got there, and it just felt so uncomfortable. And I was up in the room, and I'm not going to go into somebody's fridge without somebody inviting me to, or going to get food. It's not my food. I didn't buy the food. And of course, we flew there. We didn't have a car. So I'm sitting up in this bedroom, and like I sleep in, and I don't even think about it. Like, or my wife comes up, goes down, eats breakfast, comes back up.
And you never want to sleep in, just like the movie where he doesn't want to sleep in. He's like, I don't want to sleep in someone else's house. You don't, because you feel like a piece of shit. You're like,
Yep. And me and my wife were only dating at the time. My wife's just like, we'll just go down and grab something, go look through the cupboards. I'm like, I'm not gonna go do that. So I would skip meals, and I would skip eating. And then like we'd go out to dinner, and when we went out to dinner, everybody got little portions. Or like we went out, or my wife's mom would make food. It would be like just little. Everybody eats little portions. So like I would skip a meal on top of eating tiny portions. I was so hungry the entire trip. And I ended up when we went to the store, I ended up buying a box of crackers and keeping it up with me. Eating the box of crackers. I was starving the whole time. And I remember like my wife going, "Oh, we're going to this place." She just named a town. We're going to go check some stuff out there. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So we all get in the car and stuff, and we're driving, and I'm like, "Wow, I'm like, this is like over an hour." I'm like, "Where are we going?" She's like, "Oh, it's still another hour away." I'm like, 2 hours? I'm like, "Well, how long are we staying if we're driving back tonight?" She's like, "Oh, we're not driving back tonight. We're staying there for the next 3 days." I'm like, "Well, I didn't bring any clothes. You didn't tell me this. I didn't bring clothes, a toothbrush, soap, nothing. I just have what's in the..." She's like, "Well, I thought you didn't need anything." I'm like, "What?" It's like, "I just assumed you knew." I'm like, "How did I know?" I thought we were going for...
You were a disgusting pig.
I'm just like, what the fuck? So then I have to be the inconvenience. We have to go to the store. I have to go buy some clothes. I had to go buy a toothbrush and soap and all the kinds of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Yes. So I understand Greg. This movie makes me feel in a different way because I feel those. Like now I could easily go into my in-laws' house and, and go in the fridge and grab food and, whatever, their family, you know what I mean? But I had to get there. Yeah. And I already felt intimidated so much because I'm fucking polluting their bloodline as it is. So it took some time. But I didn't feel that aggressiveness that
you had to buy a box
that Greg got. I just ate my box of crackers, fucking starving in the upstairs bedroom.
Prying into your box of
Dude,
crackers.
I hate that when you're with... Yes, but no one ever like eats like a real meal. Like when those things happen, like a get together. Same thing when I had to get together with like a family that wasn't mine. No one eats enough. Like eventually, like it's like I always will like want like a seconds, or I'm just eat like a monster. But you try to be polite and not be a pig. But like you just like, all right, but you just... No one eats enough. You're like, really? No one's gonna have a second burger.
It's not that I ever wanted to eat like a monster or anything, but it's always like tiny dinners. You know what I mean? You go out to a fancy restaurant, you go out and get a tiny dinner. It's not like you're going to this barbecue place where you're getting like a half rack of ribs and some pork. You know what I mean? It's just like you get a piece of chicken, a 3 asparagus, and one scoop of potatoes that's like $80. Yep. So I was always... it was great for keeping off the pounds though. Going on vacation, I'd come back like 5-6 pounds lighter.
Jesus Christ! Next time you go, you're like taping ho-hos to your legs and shit in your pants. You just got shit taped to you. Never again.
Your whole suitcase is full of like little Debbies. It's just all like crackling.
But yeah, so yeah, I definitely feel some of what Greg had. Like again, my in-laws never gave me that animosity that his do. I do feel it because I felt like that uncomfortableness, that like feeling like the outsider is really what I felt like.
You're right, and not their fault. Just in general, you just felt that way because you just like so fish out of water. This isn't how you grew up. Like the
eating at a dining room table. Usually we just all flop in front of the TV and share a fucking roll of toilet paper for a napkin.
Oh my God! You
Or
know
a
what?
face cloth.
Oh my God! Yes, Slopdog. Did you ever do this? Because you are like you're on a level of us as well. But it grossed Bones' wife out. It grossed my ex-wife out. It grossed everyone we've told out. So we used to either like use toilet paper. Our grandmother used to have a roll by her desk. It wasn't from the bathroom. It was like unopened, like what you use it as a napkin was toilet paper. Like the story is like when our Aunt Sandy brought over Uncle Jim, who was a different class of people. He was a high roller, high family values, classy, where we're from garbage people, right? So like he was eating over grandma's house with Aunt Sandy, and he was like, "Oh, I need a napkin." And grandma just took the toilet paper roll and rolled it into her hand, you know what I mean? And just like ripped it off and was like, "Here you go." And his eyes were like, "What?" Like, and he's gonna wipe his mouth with shit paper. But it's very the same
There's a
thing.
reason we didn't see them very often.
Right. So like we would do that, and we could share some toilet paper like that, or sometimes that would be something you'd hear like, "Oh, we need napkins. Oh, hey, go get a roll of toilet paper and open it up, and we'll use it." Right? Like that's our napkin.
Or the face cloth. Sometimes we don't share a face cloth.
Yes, I had to get to the face cloth. So, stuff like, have you ever done this? This is what grossed out my ex-wife, his wife. We would take one face cloth, one like hand cloth, and we would all share it. So when we ate dinner, we would pass it around. We all would wipe our mouths on it. Did you ever do that?
I can remember like something like that at my grandparents. Like sometimes they'd have like a wet face cloth, like not gross wet, but just like a little wet, right? Like damp.
Yeah.
Like, I guess is the right word. And so like sometimes for like us kids, like if it was something really messy, you know what I mean? So like my brother and I would like it would be like the same one, but not like all the parents too. It was just like my brother.
No, my mom would wipe her mouth on it. My brother would wipe his mouth on it. Bo would wipe his mouth on it. I would wipe my mouth on it, and we would just share it around. Whoever had extra saucy mouth or whatever, you would just go, "Can you pass me?" Like it's normal. "Can you pass me the face cloth?" And you would just pass the face cloth. They'd wipe their saucy mouth, and then would give it back to somebody. And
I just pictured a commercial like, "Can you pass the Grey Poupon? But can you pass the family face cloth?"
oh my God. I remember there was a show called Are You Garbage, right? And they were talking about stuff that made you garbage. They were doing a live show. And one of the guy goes, "Okay, listen, we don't do it anymore. But when I was kids," and when he said I didn't think any other family did that. But this guy said his family did that with the face cloth. The whole audience sounded disgusted. And then the host of the show were disgusted. They go, "Oh my God, that is garbage for sure." And I go, "Oh my God, we used to do that with the one face cloth, and just share it with the family." And you think of it growing up, dude, I remember Bones' wife's reaction to that was just, "Oh my God, that's gross." My ex-wife, I think, almost threw up. She was like, "That's fucking gross."
I don't really think too much about that either because I feel like because like let's say like when I was a kid, I clearly remember though, like if I had something on my face, like my grandmother would just like lick her finger and like wipe like my cheek or something. Like and it always grossed me out. Like any adult that did that, right? And you'd be like, "Ah." But don't you know when I freaking had kids, if we're going into the store and somebody's got something on their face, what's the first fucking thing I do? And then I'd be like, "Oh," I'd be like grossed out with myself, you know?
Yeah. I'm the gross fucker now.
But the other gross thing that we used to do that I don't know if you guys did this, but my grandparents didn't have like a really good well. So like when we took baths, we didn't take that like when I was little, I know we took baths together, but like
here we go. Zeus.
Like either I would take a bath first or my brother, but one of us would take a bath.
Oh
And then
no!
water. The same water. Like the next kid.
Oh my God!
It was the same water. But I guess that was a thing with like I've heard this before with like people who are like poor or whatever, like would also do that. Like
yeah.
It wasn't taking a bath together, it was just, one at a time. But like if you were the lucky kid, you got to go first because you got the cleanest water.
Did you guys fucking pick sides? Like 1 week you got the first bath, the next week he got the first bath?
I don't really remember, like, to be honest
I
with you.
hope so.
I probably got the first bath for the most part because I was a girl and I was more willing to go take a tub. Do you know what I mean? Like I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'll go take a tub. Like I was younger too, so I was just more like, yeah, I'll go take a tub. You know what I mean? Whereas my brother would, I think, probably was more like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Just a boy, right? So
He's probably dirtier too, if you think about it. Probably dirtier.
yeah, he
I
probably
thought-
was. I don't know, but like we were little kids. This isn't like we weren't like 15 or something. You know what I mean? We're like, I'm talking about little, like, you know, like under 8, like little kids.
I thought you were gonna say while you were bathing, they heated the water up really well and threw carrots and chicken in. And made it stew.
Oh my God. We use part of it for broth water. Oh my God.
The
That's
soup
gross.
tasted different from who was bathing in it.
Steps away from that.
We had to wash the dishes while taking a tub, right? Oh, here's that fork for you. Oh.
One plate's got that gob of ketchup that never comes off. You gotta like put your toe to work on it or something. Oh my God, that's so gross. I love it. Oh my God, like I picture like I don't know. Then I pictured like your brother in the bath and just his dick and balls bobbing in the water, and it made me think. I don't know why I thought that, but
again, we were like kids, like little
yeah.
kids. But
Right,
still,
see,
like how
Something like
gross is that?
yesterday.
Like that would be unheard of now. That would be absolutely unheard of. I feel like, right? But like back then, it wasn't. That was just, I don't know. That was normal to us. Like when
And
you
when
said
you're,
that, like,
go ahead, stop. Sorry.
I just feel bad that like, yeah, we were garbage people too because we did that. And I can remember going to church camp. God help me. And we had to go for a whole week, and you slept over, right? And I was younger than like my daughter is now. My daughter's 9 right now. I can't imagine her going someplace for a week without like parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 80s, baby, 80s, 90s. They don't give a fuck. They just want rid of you.
Seriously, right? I remember being terrified for one thing, but then like expected to like have hygiene. Like I had no fucking idea. I couldn't even tell you if I brought soap with me. I don't know. I don't remember. But I wasn't gonna get naked in front of anybody. There was like they had shower stalls, but like you know what I mean? Like you had to get to the shower stall, so you would have had to like get naked and then step into it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I was young and I didn't know what to, so I can remember like just making sure like that I went in, because they had a pool, to make sure like I went in the pool every day because I felt like, well, at least that way I was, right? And now I think about that and I'm like,
Chlorine clean.
The old
I don't think I took a
vacation
shower.
shower. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I didn't take a shower once the entire time I was there. Like, but I was also, again, I was probably 8, so that's before like you wear deodorant and all that. Like I wasn't like disgusting, but I mean I wasn't clean either. But like, who was in charge of that? Nobody. There wasn't one adult that said, "Hey, did you shower this week?" No, it was more like, "Did you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?" Well, I guess He's going to save you from the filth too, because
You know what? I'm sure Jesus didn't pay that much either, so you're right with him. It was JC sticking it up together. Yeah.
As Kevin would say, you're in good company.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys were younger, so the bath. You have teenagers, it's different. But yeah, you guys are kids, so kids are they get dirty, but they have a different chemistry. They're not like body odor dirty. They're just maybe just filthy dirt water, dirt that way.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I think that's true. Oh my God. I don't know. I just remember the rag story just really, really rubbing people the wrong way. Of that we wiped our mouth with it. People were like, "Oh my God, get the fuck out of here!" But like, as I get older, Bone, like I was watching a video today, and someone was like showing like someone in their 20s, and then someone in their 30s, and then someone in their 40s comes out, and he's like, "What's that in your hand?" He's like, "Powder. I use it on my nuts." And he's like, "Why?" And I go, "Oh my God, I know why. I think as you get older, your nuts are because your body, you're getting older, so we're all rotting away. I think our nuts naturally start to just like, no matter if you wash them, you got to wash them more and more because they don't keep as fresh as they did when you were younger. Does that make sense? Do you feel the same way, Bone?
No, I don't feel like my nuts are rotting. What is wrong? Go to the hospital. Jesus Christ. No, what happens is we all gain weight because we're older. So our nuts rub, and you get like, and you get like all sweaty in there because your thighs, there's more freaking, it's pushing up against your nuts.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It gets all hot and sweaty. So yeah, you put powder in there.
They don't keep as fresh as long. So you put powder in there.
Yeah, but you said rotting.
Oh, I meant like, I thought, well, you're getting older. You're all rotting away. So you get an old rotten crotch. You got to throw some powder on it.
I don't have a rotten crotch.
I
bathe every single day, and nothing's falling off.
No, but I just hear people putting powder on, so I'm just thinking that's why, because you're not as fresh, you know. But it's kind of the same thing. You get all slimed up because you're hot and sweaty. I got you. Powder.
Slimed up.
Anyway, let's move. Moving on. Meet the parents. And
oh my god! All I picture is somebody leaving like a powder puff wherever they go. Like their nuts are just one of those big puffy things from, like, when ladies used to put powder on their face like that. It was like, it's just full of
but it's like the marking of two nut sacks because it's just the powder. It's just like poof, like two little big old nut sacks.
Jesus. So when they're all headed over to Kevin's for the barbecue and the best man's barbecue and the pool party and stuff, and she was just like, "Oh, why should I?" And like they were like, "Oh, Kevin, like the best man," and Pam and Greg like, "Well, why would you know him?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't tell you. I thought you knew." That just reminds me of that time that I went on that trip, and we went on a trip, and for like 3 days, no clothes. Every single time I watch this movie, that reminds me of that so much.
That's your life. You're reliving it.
It gets me a little angry.
But he puts him through the lie detector test, and then it's just a great movie to watch. I think put on the back. It's just a feel good movie, and anybody who's ever met parents, or you feel awkward, or you had even like Bone, you had the parents were nice, but it was still an awkward trip because you're just different class of people, and you're just trying to live up to the standards, and you're trying to make a good impression, right? Because you love their daughter, and you're like, probably will marry her. No, you did marry her, but I don't know if you were thinking of it back then, but you're trying to make a good impression, you're dating the daughter. No one wants to be like shunned or kicked out or fight, and so you just always try to make a good impression. But I remember you just, I don't know, you do your best, and I don't know, hopefully that's good. I did my best. But
he never stuck up for him. She doesn't stick up for him. She throws him under the bus with the rest of her family. Like, they all just make fun of him and mock him, and she's never just like, you need to stop making fun of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She just lets it go, and just everybody just mocks him and is just a dick to him. And even at the end,
she tries to stand up for him. She's like, I kind of like this one. Be nice to this one and stuff like that.
That is not standing up for somebody. And it's just like, hey, kind of be nice to this guy. And then when they're being dicks, she doesn't say a word. Instead, she does the whole Maverick and, Maverick routine with her ex-boyfriend. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, that would make me so angry. I'd be like...
I think it was funny, though, when he had all those pictures of the two of them. The ex-boyfriend has, the pictures of them, all put out, them on horseback riding and skiing and, all these...
say something like she's quite a gal, but you know that, don't you, Greg, or something like that. Yeah. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What? Knock him in his fucking already broken nose. Go fuck yourself.
But she's like, oh, it was just a purely sexual thing with us.
What? That's what I want to hear.
Oh, yeah, because at first he says it was purely physical. And he's like, would you guys work out a lot?
You can say that. You can say that. I can now have anal leakage all the time, but whatever.
Did you eat those chips? Remember the anal leakage?
Yeah. You even eat wild chips? Nope. Old woodworker just fucking railed me. Like a constant lacquer coming out my asshole.
And then mocking him for like being a nurse, and it's just
Yeah. Oh my god, nowadays it would never happen. Mocking him because he's a nurse.
And also, like, the part where, like, I don't know if you guys picked up on this too, like, at the beginning where she's like, oh, and the way she talks to him, she's talking to him like he's a child, and I'm like, ugh. Like, it just...
Yep.
I was like, I don't know. I just didn't like that. I'm like, who talks to the person that they're like significant other like that? I was like, ugh, it's a little cringy, I thought. I don't know. Just my opinion, but
no, I agree. I do not like that either.
I like it. I like to be treated like a little baby. I like to put my legs up in the air, like to change in the diaper. Oh man, put a diaper on me, put a little powder on my tushy tush.
Powder on your rotten nut.
Well, hit them rotten nuts.
I'm extra oozy today.
could you read the braille back there and see how much powder I need?
And while you're there, I'll spread extra good. I'll fucking get all spread eagle for you so you can check me for worms.
Oh my god. And Mr. Jinx, like when the toilet's running and he blames it on Mr. Jinx, and he's just like, he doesn't have thumbs, fucker. And then he goes outside, and Bob goes, what does that smell? He's like, that's our shit, Bob.
And flush the toilet. It's been running all night. That's our shit,
if you knew
Bob.
your septic was almost full and you were having all these house guests, why wouldn't you call and get the septic pumped? That's on him too. You know what I mean? Oh, my septic's almost was when the toilet's running all night and your septic's almost full. Why was it almost full? You know you're having like 30 people at your house. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's because it's not like they're not poor bastards like we are, where we'd be like, well, we have to wait until we have enough money, so we gotta wait another few months. So everybody just be real careful because we gotta wait a few months to have it pumped, right? Something like that.
Just shit in the garden.
What I'm saying.
I feel right at home doing that.
I know you would.
But like, or why wouldn't they have had the wedding at the Toolbag's house there, the Owen Wilson's house? Because he obviously had a big, beautiful place. They could have very easily had the wedding there.
Good question.
I love it when they're backing up. Well, probably because his dad wanted it his way and have it here, and then but like when he gets stuck, let me back it up, and she gets shit like the wheels spin. Yes. It just shit all over everybody. Oh my god! I don't know. That makes me laugh. And her fucking eyes. Well, the brother, who's like an asshole, but like he's just like he finds the pipe and he thinks it's his, but like the brother's like, oh shit. So Greg he thinks it's Greg, puts it in Greg's pocket, and then so he thinks that, and then he's talking about Puff the Magic Dragon. And then he's just, so Greg's like, oh, that song is supposed to, just trying to have a conversation. It's not funny what that song's about. What are you talking about? That's the song about a kid and this magical dragon. And he's like, oh, some people think it's about smoking marijuana cigarette. He's like, you pothead Focker.
If I find out you're trying to corrupt my firstborn, I will take you down. I will take you down to Chinatown.
When they're racing home because if they lose the cat, so he goes to find the cat, but he's like, oh, that cat looks just like him except for that gray tail at the end. So he paints the tail black so he can buy time. I would do the same thing. Would you? Or, I don't know. Would you guys
not have done that.
Thing?
I would have just said I can't. I would have just kept looking for the cat.
How about you, Slopdog?
I think I would have kept looking for the cat as well.
Oh, I definitely would have painted the cat's tail. I would have took this cat, painted its tail, and be like, "This will buy me some time." But then it always blows up in my face.
How would it buy you time? The cat's not going to do the tricks that it's learned. It's not going to be the same cat. You can't just pick a random animal that looks like your animal, expect it to be your animal. The cat's going to freak out.
It just maybe he wasn't in the mood to do tricks in this time. I'm like, I don't know. This is so wrong, right, cat?
Especially that cat, because that cat could do all that stuff. If it was just a regular house cat, and then maybe, but with it being able to do all those tricks, you couldn't do that. Or if it was a freaking, I don't know, a hamster or some shit that just runs on a wheel, you could get whatever one you want. But
And why do you lock a cat in a room? Why was the cat shut in the room with the wedding dress? That doesn't make sense. No matter what, I wouldn't put a wedding dress. Obviously, it's probably like thousands of dollars worth for that wedding dress, like just all hanging with like an animal fucking in the room, like shut in. What the cat runs the whole house usually. Why is it shut in that one room?
I don't know.
Because its toilet is in there. Like, I don't know.
That makes no sense at all.
Yeah, actually, the cat's like a person who's like he's been out with food or water or toilets.
Toilet.
Focker. he fucking knocks over the urn of his mother. And then that scene like where he's just like with the because he's with the nipple scene he's like pretends he sees him doing something shady at the store, so he's just like pretending he's reading like a milking magazine, and then he's like, oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples. So that he talks about how he's milking a cat, and the look on his girlfriend's face when he's talking about how he milked the cat, and like he just took his little thing into a saucer. And then it's his girlfriend's face. And she's just like, what? And then later on, she's like, you never told me about your milking days. Oh my God. That's just, like, I think because she knows he's lying, but she's like, why are you saying this? What are you doing? Like, why would you say this? I don't know. I remember at dinner once at Thanksgiving, I remember telling her family that I had a vision that everyone I know I kind of would like to see naked. So her mom to this day is like, he's not allowed in my casket if I die. I don't want him looking at me naked. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm just not you in general. I'm like, what, just anybody I ever met. I'm always curious when people look like naked, so I always want to take a peek. Like if they die, just maybe lift up their shirt or something. I said like her Thanksgiving dinner with her family, and then like. I also told him that if I was in a jam, I wore her panties.
Can't believe you get divorced.
So anyway, that was that. But yeah, so all in all, this movie. moving on. And so this movie in general, again, gives me the feelies. It's one of my go-to movies. I love it. It's a 5 dog dicker for me, dude. Like I can't get enough of the good stuff. This is like still like in his heyday too. Bone, what say you on this fucking magical classic?
What did you get?
5 dog dicks, baby. What?
So I really like this movie as well. This was kind of one of those movies. Like I said, I don't think it's one of my top.
You looked at me. You ever see Road Trip?
Yes.
No.
There's a scene in Road Trip where they're all like they have to give sperm, but they can't do it. They had sex, and then the little kid goes, "I'm out. I had sex with a girl," and throws it down, and the nurse goes, "Oh, that's nice." That's a bone dinner when I gave it a 5 dog dinger. Nice.
I just didn't write it down. I missed what you said. So I do like this movie a lot. This is kind of one of those movies that's like if I'm not sure what to watch, I'll throw on one of the Focker films, one of the Meet the Parents or Meet the Fockers or Little Fockers. They're all very similar in sense of humor. They're all pretty good. They're all funny. They got good casts. They're very enjoyable. I'm going to give this 4 dog dick.
Oh, 4 dog dicks. I thought at least throw a tip in there, doggy. Oh my God, Slopdog? Do I want to know what you think of this movie?
No, I did like this movie. This is the first time I've watched it for whatever reason I've missed this movie. I don't know. But anyway, but I like it. It's not terrible or anything. I don't think it's like hilarious funny. Like there's movies that I find like super funny. I don't think this is super funny, but it is super feel good. Like it gives you that, like you said, the feelies. It gives you the super feel good, feeling. There are parts of it that are funny and silly.
I would watch it again if it was on. I'd put it on. I wouldn't like be against it or anything. So I can't do 5 because I don't feel like it's a 5 for me. Does that make sense?
Hey, you go to what? That's okay.
See, like that's it. Fuck everyone. I'm gonna give it 3 and a tip. 3 and a
Three. Thanks for the tip. Whew, alrighty.
That's not bad, though. 5 is the highest. So you gotta remember 3.5 ain't bad.
Oh boy.
All right, so
man.
we round down, and that gives us 4 dog dicks. So it's a bona fide pounder.
It is though. Woo-hoo! It is, dude. I highly recommend people see this movie. It is a good time.
It's a feel good movie. It's fun. I think it's a very relatable film, and that's why it's everybody's got that time where they meet somebody's in-laws, and it's uncomfortable. So even if you don't have a bad experience with it, it's always uncomfortable at first meeting new in-laws because this is the person you love, and ultimately you're going to join their family or something. So and they're going to join yours, and it's just uncomfortable, and I think that's why it's so relatable, and that's why you can just throw it on at any time. And it does. It's got the good feelies. It's fun. It teaches you that anything with nipples you can milk. Yeah. So.
Which I believe is untrue. I don't think that's true.
I know. We tried to milk Chowder when he was sleeping, but
no milk. And got you, bitch. I remember my I don't know. I forgot where I was going. And I was going to say
where can they find us on YouTube, Chowder?
You can go to YouTube and you can search Tasteless Adjacent. You can find out all the loveliness, every episode there. No video, just audio only still, but you can find every episode of Tasteless Adjacent there. Plus, you can find some other jazz I used to do, some sketches, some Wish Chicken songs. It was a band I was in, very classy. Yeah, check it out. At P1I Poo on Instagram and X. That's just me repping the podcast and stuff, and just any random silliness I want to say. But where can I get Tasteless Adjacent elsewhere in the universe?
So you can check us out on TikTok. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want audio only, you can listen to us on Spotify, Audible, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. If there's a platform you listen and we're not presently on it, let us know and we'll try to get on it. We had a bunch of comments. So we always say if somebody comments or anything, then we'll say it on the episode. So there are a couple I want to try to do. On Facebook, our Tropic Thunder promo, Stephanie Needs Adventures, said, Tropic Thunder is an incredible movie. 5 dog dicker for sure. I did a couple movie posters of
Thank
movies
you,
we're going to
Stephanie.
So I did animated some movie posters lately. I just like kind of messing around with the little AI programs and stuff and editing programs. And so I've been putting up movies that we're planning on watching. We will be watching in the near future. And one of them that I put up the other day, we will be watching very soon. And by the way, this episode is probably a week behind because we run a week behind for editing purposes. On our Return of the Living Dead poster, Billy Pippin put excellent movie, Brain.
Pippin!
And JC Christophilus put the in capital. I'm not sure what that is, JC, but we appreciate it.
Let's hear for
on TikTok.
I think
you
he meant
like
to
fucking
say
Rocky in the background. Adrian!
the podcast was awesome. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
On TikTok, we put a Lost Boys poster up. And Imp Films put So Cool. Tanya Lopez, That's My Movie. RT, My Movie the Best. Tropic Thunder. I think we had Tanya Lopez again. My boys love this movie. Predator, we had Daryl Shirley. Now That's the Jams. Oh baby. Jungle Hunter put a bunch of stars, or no, fire symbols. And Tanya Lopez again, one of my favorite movies. Return of the Living Dead. Tanya Lopez again, classic film. Miss Liz, an emoji with a shaking head, shaking yes. Miki Daytona, put a thing of Spider Up going yeah. Dave put brains. Molina and Joey put my favorite movie. On the Warriors promo, we had Come Out and Play by Tanya Lopez again. On the Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead promo, we've got Deirdre Grimmage, Dishes Are Done Man, Katrina S, a bunch of heart symbols, and Mike Prince, one heart symbol. So thank you all. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but getting a lot of comments this week. So very cool. Thank you for the interaction, guys.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Slowly, surely, we're getting it's a slow burn, but it is moving up, and we thank you, everybody who's been around from the beginning, everybody who's new. Thank you for coming aboard, and keep listening, man. We're just doing episodes and more and more and more.
Slopdog, do you want to do yours before Chowder falls asleep?
As always, just like Bone Red, don't be afraid to leave your comments and your thoughts. We do love to hear from you. We love that you're interacting with us, and we will continue to share them. And how many, what movies you think we should do? How many dog dicks you give it? Anything you want to say? All right, now on to you, Chowder.
Do we miss the facts?
No, we got some facts if you want to.
We got some facts. And then what else did everybody give this in the world besides us?
IMDb gave this 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes critics 85%. Audience scores 79%. Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4. Common Sense 3 out of 5. Kids gave this 4 out of 5, and parents 4 out of 5. Metacritic critics gave it 73%. Audience scores 7.2 out of 10, and Letterboxd 3.3 out of 5. This was released October 6, 2000.
Oh wait.
Director was Jay Roach.
Is that a fact? Well, you got some facts coming?
Yep.
Take the good, take the bad, take them both. They have the facts of the movie. We got the facts of the movie.
Thank you. But the budget was $55 million. Box office was $166 million in the U.S. Worldwide, it was $330.4 million. So it made quite a bit of money. I mean. So in the film, Robert De Niro wanted to teach the cat himself, but it was very difficult, so he just kind of kept snacks in his pocket so the cat would follow him around. He actually enjoyed the cat and spent a lot of time off camera with the cat, just like hanging out. Super like the cat. The MPAA did not want the film to. They weren't going to authorize them to use the word Focker for the name. They thought it was like, ooh, Focker. It was kind of too close to Focker. But they made the people who were writing the film find somebody in real life named Focker before they would allow them to use it in the movie. So the main character, played by Ben Stiller, Greg Focker, was almost played by a different actor. Any guesses? 2000?
2000 actor. Wouldn't be Sandler. It's not his type of movie, right? Sounds like, who do you got? 2000? Jack Black?
Nope. Slopdog?
Maybe what's I can't think of his name. Why is my brain going dead? Deadpool there. What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds before he was Ryan Reynolds.
Nope, it was actually Jim Carrey.
Oh, all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was supposed to play Focker, and he actually put a lot of development into the character. He's the one that came up with the last name Focker.
Okay.
That's great.
Yep.
Dude, I love Jim Carrey, man. He gets a lot of shit, but now he's old. I don't know. I think he's fucking still the man. And
it would have been a completely different movie with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
It would have been more. It would have came out much more slapstick than it was. I think Ben Stiller kind of gave it more of a serious role, even though it was funny. It was kind of like an awkward seriousness. To keep Ben Stiller, because they liked Ben Stiller's awkwardness, they gave him purposely clothes he hated, so he felt uncomfortable through the whole filming.
Oh, I just pictured him like when he's messing with the neck and stuff on the shirt itching. I'm like, oh my shit, that's probably real. Like, it's not acting. Like, it's just him.
Yeah, I guess he hated his outfit. Every outfit he wore, he hated, and they purposely did it so he would feel uncomfortable.
I guess mission complete. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think.
What were you saying, Chowder?
I liked Carey, but I think Stiller was the good pick. I don't know if this
I
is
think Stiller was the better pick,
but
yeah.
I like the feel of this movie, and he would have not given it this type of feel. So I like it.
I would have been more like Liar Liar. It would have been like very slapstick, I think.
Right.
So Terry Polo, who played Pam. So when her and Ben Stiller were making out, and he was like, feeling her up in the bed and stuff. So to play a joke on him, she stuffed cookies in her bra, I guess.
That's funny.
So they were it was
Bag of
goofy on set and
sand.
stuff. Robert De Niro was not the first choice to play Jack Burns. Any guesses on who the first guess on the first choice was?
I don't know.
2000s?
Yeah,
2000s. I don't know who.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Imagine
He
if
was
this
good
was
at.
Christopher Walken and Jim Carrey.
Oh
That
my
would
god,
have been a
that's
much different movie.
Completely different.
not even possible. I think I don't know. I mean, he was good as the father in The Wedding Crashers. So I mean, but he wouldn't have been the same because De Niro's like really good at that. Untrusting dad. Like, yeah, he's like I think De Niro's funny. Like I remember him in Analyze This and stuff, and I'm like, because he's used to him in those serious roles. But when he did comedy, he was one of those people where you were surprised, but he did it really well.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a couple more. Ben Stiller, he turned his character into a male nurse. He thought it would be funny. On the airplane, when his rant about the bomb and stuff. So if this movie is played on airplanes, they actually have an alternative version. They cut that part out. So it wasn't freak anybody out in planes. So it's not that his bomb rant on the airplane is not allowed to be played on an airplane.
That's fine. I understand, but I guess this world's fucking.
The last fact I got is Ben Stiller actually proposed to his wife, Christina Taylor, during the filming of this movie. He flew home and surprised her and set up like a trail of candles and proposed to her. So
Yeah.
So obviously she said yes because they're married. So, but that's the facts.
Those are the facts, folks. Ready? Sing along, folks. You know the words. And a one, and a two. You take the good, take the bad, take it both. There you have the facts of the movie. That was the facts of the movie.
I love that you counted off to 3 to sing yourself.
The people listening really want to hear. I think people are really liking. You let us know in the comments. Do you want us to continue singing this delicious facts of the movie song, or it annoys you? You want to cut your own dick off when you hear it? Come on, let us know. Because I'll stop doing it if it's annoying. I just love. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do it more. No, but like I think it's funny. I love doing it, and I want to say one of like Stephanie. I think one day said she was just in the mirror. I think she made a comment or something where she said she was just found herself in the mirror singing it out of the blue, and she's like, "Oh Jesus!" But like I don't know if that's good or bad, but like I don't know, it's just silly. But anyway, yeah, let us know. You still want the facts of the movie song, or are we cutting that shit? Anyway. Woo!
All right, let's roll out.
Right, Cowboys? Thanks for listening. Thank you, everybody. In this life, I say, baby, if you're not being a fool, you ain't having fun. So be a fool. Someone doesn't like it, tell me to go fuck their mother. Woo woo! That's we'll catch you next time, folks. Thank you for listening. Tell a friend. Spread the word. Spread your legs. HR approved, of course. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock.
Good night, everybody.
Why do you guys sound like these dogs?
What are you, some kind of dog, Dick? Dick.
We're scared. Help us.
There's so much goddamn lacquer on that thing.
Could you milk me, Greg?
I got nipples.
Could you milk me, Greg? That's what he says. It makes me laugh.
It's so great.
Magic dragon lives by the sea
You potted Focker.
and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
Man, I gotta get sex. I'm horny.
Whoa.
Thinking about dragons.
You better watch. Your dog better watch it.
Put some wings on my dog, try to fuck it.
I don't fuck my dog.
He's worried he's going to be sex trafficked. He said that to me before.
That's hurtful.
Like he's an 8-year-old boy.
Listen, I'm some great beef. You never know what people want.
Oh boy.
Some people want certain things, man. I got a juicy ass and stuff. People want to fuck it. I mean,
You'll have a begging for buttermilk.
I feel like you have to be like a kid or like a young woman to be worried about sex trafficking. Middle-aged men do not have to worry about being sex trafficked.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
There's a market for this.
I would get an Uber and I would hold like a stun gun or like a some kind of like taser gun, and then like I hit a bump and I accidentally get the driver.
You're just sitting in fear in the back of the Uber. You think you're being sex trafficked. The guy's just like, dude, you called me to pick you up. I'm just giving you a ride.